Hey, I'm Gayla. After 20 years of climbing the corporate ladder, I took the leap and started my own business to pursue my dream of creating a work-from-anywhere lifestyle. Having the freedom to work from practically anywhere is such a cool feeling. You're in the right place if you're looking for ideas and inspiration to start and grow your own online business. Every week in this podcast, you'll receive practical ideas, hints, tips, and tricks to help you grow your online business where you can leverage your time and you can accomplish more. You too can experience wonderful adventure and freedom as you live life on your own terms. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Gayla Scrivener Show. I am so glad that you're here today, and I'm going to dive right into what's on my mind, and that is, when is a good time to start creating a team? Well, I believe that from the get-go, we should be thinking ahead and how our business would look like in the future and how there would be some team players in the whole mix. And teams come in a lot of different forms. When you're creating an online business, typically you're going to be working with a virtual team, remote workers, or however you want to label your team. They're going to have different skill sets to help move you along into what you want to accomplish in your business, accomplish your goals. And I find typically that when individuals come to me for help in their business, they are so overwhelmed. They can't even see straight. They can't see the future because the tasks at hand that they need to do, everything that fills up their schedule, just clouds their vision of the future and how things should work. I see over and over that people ask for help or they start hiring a virtual team and they're not quite ready. They're overwhelmed and they just want the relief of having certain things just taken off of them. And there's not really any systems in place yet. And it makes the delegating to a team member a little bit harder, actually a lot harder, because there's a bumpy beginning in any relationship. So when you create your team and you hire your first independent contractor, your first employee, whatever that may be, getting to know that individual or that agency, vice versa, they need to get to know you so that you're creating the systems. But it's ideal if you can sit back and create systems and have in mind what role that individual or that agency will play in your long-term goals of your business. The way I see it, you have three choices on when it comes to creating systems and delegating to a team. You can choose to do everything yourself. Literally everything yourself. When you're creating your online business, if you choose to build your own website, if you choose to, write, well, I believe it that all of us as online creators or online business owners, that we need to create our core piece of content. But as far as putting it up on your website and distributing it out on social and in emails and everything like that, all of the detail work in formatting and publishing the content, if you're doing all of that, that takes up time, and then you have client work and then email communication. All the tasks that you have, you can choose to do that yourself. But there's only so much of the work that you can do yourself before you kind of hit that wall. Because the one thing that is the same for everyone is time. When you start tapping into other people's expertise and other people's knowledge when you're creating the team, that in turn helps you scale your business. You do have that choice of doing everything yourself, and that is a choice for you to make. But it's my belief that you will be limited in your growth. Somehow, whether it is creating automation, you can choose to do that yourself or speed up the process by creating a team. You create systems. The second choice is that you create your systems, your routines, and then you find service providers, you find freelancers, you hire employees, however you want to do that, to manage the systems that you've created on your own. That is a fantastic solution on being able to scale your time or to be able to get more done, but you're managing all of the pieces, which may very well be what you want to do. But then I have clients that come to me for help that they have a vague vision of where they want to be, but they have no idea on how to create those systems, how to use the tools they already have to be able to accomplish their goals. So the third way, or the third choice that you have, is to hire an agency to help you fulfill your goals, to tap into their systems of what they already do. They've already got the systems figured out, and tap into that and make that investment so that you don't have to worry about the details of the systems. You're not having to manage a lot of individuals, but you are focused on the outcomes. Now, with each of these three choices, whether you do it yourself, you hire individuals to manage the whole systems, create your own systems and manage that, or to hire in to an agency for them to tap into their systems so that you can focus on other things. Creating your team can be a combination of one or two or all three of these methods. It depends on the goal of what you want to accomplish. And there's different investment levels. Investment not only in dollars and cents, but investment in time. And in all three of these scenarios, you will need to invest some time in dollars and cents. So let's think about the first scenario. If you're going to do everything yourself, you will need to invest the time that it takes to learn all these systems. What if you are creating an online course and you really don't know the systems out there, whether you use certain things like Teachable or Kajabi or things like that, then you most very well may need to take a course on how to use that system, or take a course on how to create a course, or just do and look at and research and invest the time in creating everything, creating that website, doing all the details. And what I find, and this just may be my opinion, but if I were to do all of those pieces myself, that's taking away from the core content. My vision gets clouded unless I have help with folks that already know systems and they can put what's going on in my head on the content and putting it in a nice structure that makes sense for the end user. It makes the process just go slower. When you do everything yourself, the investment of time is high. It may take you longer to get it all accomplished because you have to learn literally everything. The dollars and cents of it may be fairly low because you have a lot of online free resources on figuring out how to do that whatever you want to do. So it just depends on where you're at in your business to where you may choose to invest a lot more time versus the dollars and cents. I know when I first started my business, I was the DIYer. I did literally everything myself because I had more time than clients. So I needed to invest that time so that I could figure things out and start. And then over time, when I needed to get further faster, I invested dollars and cents on the tools that I needed, the intellectual property, I guess you can say, of individuals as I added people to my team. The second choice of creating your own team, there are so many pros and cons on that, and it just depends on what you want, how you want to accomplish your goal. Making the investment of a team member, whether it's an agency or an individual or both, that is the most important, and some say the most expensive thing on your P&L is your labor. But I believe it is not an expense. Labor is not an expense. It is an investment. When you pick the right person or the right agency or individuals to help you create your systems, to help you get further down the road, that is an investment well spent. But there are a lot of factors going into finding your dream team, and I believe personality has a lot to do with it. I am one to be slow at hiring, look for individuals and start to follow them to see long term how they would fit into my future team. I'm one to want to create a long-term relationship with somebody, and it doesn't always happen at the very beginning, but there are some great ways to start that relationship. The investment on finding and retaining your team over long term, it makes a huge difference because they can grow with you and they can subscribe to your philosophies. But then there is the choice of hiring an agency. And hiring an agency that specializes in a certain field. Let's say you hire an agency that knows how to build funnels, and that's all they do is to build funnels. So you hire that agency to get those systems set up, and you make the investment of time so that the investment of money makes, is well worthwhile, because you'll invest your time to work with that agency to get your goals and how you want to communicate with your followers through that funnel in this example. And you'll work with them and build a relationship with them so that they get to know you so that they can achieve the goals that you set out to. So you're going to invest a little bit of time to build that relationship so that they have all the things that they need to build that funnel for you so that long term, that investment will stick. Our Scrivener Solutions. Now, as we evolved as a company, we have created systems when it comes to content marketing, and we have helped our clients just tap into those systems to where they're concentrating on their content and we're concentrating on staying on target on branding and producing micro content for them and publishing and keeping them on a routine. And so they're tapping into our system so they don't have to think about all the details. They are investing in our expertise of our team, tapping into our systems already in place so that they can concentrate on their message and their long-term goals of creating this foundation in their business. But that didn't happen without us getting to know our clients first. And sometimes our clients need a little bit of guidance to make their overall or their future vision a little bit more clear. What is it that they want to accomplish? Are you wanting to accomplish having an online course offering? Are you right now one-on-one coaching and you want to get into podcasting? Are you, just everything that you want to do, and how does it fit? And what would the timing be at a reasonable level? All of these components, thinking about when is a good time to start building your team. Just know that teams come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And it's up to you to make the decision of how do you want your team to look. Because I know this of you. I know that you want to grow your business in such a way that you have more freedom. And freedom comes from systems and having the right people or agencies on your side so that you can create that more margin in your life, that more freedom, the more income that awards you the freedom that you're totally seeking. In combination, and it depends on where you're at right now, you may be doing things all yourself and you're ready to find that first solution on helping you get along to bring your business to the next level. And that may be hiring an individual or an agency. I'm going to wrap up this week's show, and I am so glad that you joined me today. And I have some exciting things that are just around the corner that I am super excited to announce and unveil, if you will. So stick with me. I would be so honored if you would hit that subscribe button and maybe even, send me a little review on your favorite podcast player. That would be super helpful. And until next time, have a fantastic week.